I'm going to talk about Uber again today. Uber charges the passengers based on the miles driven plus the ride time. They then pay the drivers a percentage of the fare. Here's an example from State Farm Arena to the Atlanta airport. According to Uber's website, at 6 p.m. it supposedly takes 25 minutes and the charge is around $28. Except for I can assure you it takes more than that. I've been on this road. There's the fare. The exact amount of the fare and the driver's share are calculated by an algorithm. So for a $28 fare, the driver's share might be $21. Driver's operating costs are probably around $9. Might get a $6 tip. The net income from the driver is $15 for 25 minutes of driving. Here are your problems. The driver isn't always driving. There's a lot of waiting. You have to drive to get to the next job. The driver is wearing out his or her car. There are other fees that Uber charges, and there are taxes. The reality is Uber sometimes charges as much as 50%. According to some sources, Uber drivers get less than $12 an hour. Depending on the competition, the algorithm may park you someplace and not give you a fare. This is an Uber driver protest that was held not too long ago. According to Gigwork.com, driver rates have gone down at the same time operating costs have skyrocketed. Uber CEO is bragging to the investment community that the drivers' fares are being cut, at the same time bragging to the drivers about how much money they'll make. Estimates are that Uber and Lyft have 5% driver retention annually. Drivers are ticked off. Uber has other problems: lawsuits, sexual harassment, passenger safety issues, and a culture of mistrust. They know the driver is the weak link. They're still working on autonomous vehicles. They're also still committed to EV, even though it's more expensive for the drivers, and the drivers have to wait around while it recharges. Here's something from their Investor Day presentation. They're openly becoming a taxi app as predicted by someone wise. Here's what they don't say. Trends in customer satisfaction, such as driver rating, cleanliness, and no-shows, and driver retention. They don't publish this anywhere, even though they know exactly what it is. Bottom line, there's substantial Uber driver discontent. They're more interested in expanding to India and Mexico, where the wages are lower. They're doing everything they can to diversify out of mobility. Companies trying to be about the technology and platform and not really focused on the customers. Uber will eventually be no better or cheaper than a taxi.